Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Beth. Today we are going to do a plan with me for August 5th through the 11th. It is week 31, 32, week 32 of 2024. And before we get started, I'm going to address the elephant in the room for my long time watching viewers because I've changed covers for my planner. I used to be in this Galen leather zippered folio, which I loved. But it just got to feeling big and clunky. I don't know, it just got to be feeling like it was just too much for me to be carrying around. I did purchase a Moterm. This is my first Moterm cover for any planner. I got this olivey green color, and I really love it. It's got so many pockets in it. It feels a little bit smaller. It feels a little bit more manageable, and I'm just enjoying having it. I've had it for about a week and loving it so far. Love the green. If you've ever purchased anything off of Amazon with one of the Amazon links listed in any of my description box for supplies, for books, for anything, then thank you, because it was with that affiliate money that I was able to purchase this, because I tend to put those things back into the channel and back into my planning practice or my reading practice. Thank you if you have ever done that. We are going to peek back at last week. I just finished my weekly reflection for the week, and I really liked this. I liked having this waiting on list. Some of the stuff we're going to have to move into a waiting list here because it hasn't come in yet. Something came in that was the wrong thing, and I had to send it back. So all of those joyful things that happen. The first of the month was the premiere for Batman: The Caped Crusader on Amazon Prime. I haven't finished it yet. I think I have 3 episodes left, but I'm enjoying it. I know some of the longtime fans of Batman don't like the fact that there's a lady penguin. Get over it. That's how I feel about it. I personally, the only sort of struggle that I had with it is that Catwoman goes about all of her capers in a skirt with a really high slit and heels. And I'm like, just put her in her cat suit. And what's up with the heels? There's no way she's outrunning Batman in those heels. But very much enjoying it. This week, I'm going to set things up very much the same way. Let's grab the stencil that I use every week and start off with blocking off my work hours. I have one of those weeks where I have to jaunt off to a location in another city. Here in Arkansas, we have regional offices for the organization that I work for, and my MVP for the month of August is in one of those cities that is not Little Rock. So I gotta jaunt off a couple hours, go do MVP things, tell that person that they are the MVP of the month, and it's gonna be a good time. It's always a good time. And it's again one of those weeks where I could just copy and paste the weather, so we're just gonna get it in here. And it's hot and sunny. It just hasn't changed from last week. It is just hot and sunny. So mid-90s, the highs, mid-70s for the lows during the nighttime. And yeah, that's just where we're at, and it's a copy paste kind of week. With our humidity here, though, we do have a very high heat index. The city's got cooling centers for homeless and that sort of thing open to mitigate or help people out with that kind of heat. And those of us who are privileged enough to live in places with good air conditioning, we just hope it doesn't go out. We just hope it doesn't go out. So there is my weather for the week. I have a couple of things that I am looking forward to this week. First is I have a date night with my son. We were trying to find a time that we could get together. Sometimes we get together and journal and plan together, and we just couldn't find a time during the daytime to do that with our schedules, partially because I am, jaunting off to a different part of the state this week, and partially because, I mentioned in I don't know why that star ended up so much bigger than this star when that is the same stencil. I went on a quest to find some things to do away from work and home, and some of that stuff is this week as well. So Tuesday I'm having dinner with my kid, and then Saturday is when I have tickets courtesy of friends to the Edgar Allan Poe speakeasy that's coming through town for my birthday. So it's one of the things that they're doing for my birthday, and I very much appreciate it. All right, let's get meetings in here. I'm going to do these a little differently and kind of block off rectangles or squares. On a Monday, before I go to work, I need to go to the medical lab that my psychiatrist uses. Again, we've talked here about me being in depression, and we've been changing my medications and all of that. So I need to get a blood test done so they can check some levels. And then part of Monday morning will be my no meeting Monday morning. But then it is also at 11 a.m. is the Bullet Journal Book Club. Not sure if I can make it, but I'm going to try to swing it. And then, of course, I just have lunch penciled in. There we go. On Tuesday, right now, I don't have any meetings. Hoping I can keep it that way. Tuesday, I do work from home. And hopefully we can make it a project day. And then Wednesdays when I need to go out of town. So it's me and our chief of staff and a photographer and a writer, and all going up to surprise this person who is the MVP of the month for our entire organization. It's always a good time when I get to go meet other people, find out what they do. So this includes travel time. In fact, we probably won't even get back till close to 5. It depends on how it all shakes out. But I thought I'd just go ahead and block off till 4, just indicating that traveling out of town, doing our thing there, traveling back into town. But at 9 a.m., I have a staff meeting, which typically runs an hour and a half, 2 hours. But our supervisor always lets us, if you need to bow out early, then you go through your part of the meeting first so that you can get out early. Because I do have my first session with the writing group that I've signed up with through my local library that morning, and I'm going to have to bow out of this meeting early, pop into this meeting and just say, hey, yes, I'm here. I want to be part of this writing group, but I'm not going to be able to stick around the whole hour because we're going to need to hit the road. It's just one of those days when everything overlaps. It's just how it's going to work out. All right, and then I'm going to try to do this without the ruler. I have a 30-minute meeting. It could run longer to do some brainstorming for an event that takes place in 2025, but we need to go ahead and set the agenda. And then lunch. There will be lunch here somewhere. Like, we're leaving early enough to try to grab lunch before we go to do the MVP thing. Whole situation. All right. And then Friday, I normally work from home. I will need to pop in to work because we are having a team building in our division, and we are getting together to pack up school supplies for kids in need. At some point this week, I need to go buy some pencils and crayons and that sort of thing and take those with me. All right, and then that fills in my work week so far. And then over here on my waiting on list, on Tuesday, of course, I will have my HelloFresh delivered. That's my standing day because I do work from home, so I always have it come that day. So I'm going to put 06. I'm going to change this a little because over here, I was putting that the delivery date was like July 29th, and then started writing like 7/3/72 when I meant 8/3/82 instead of August. So I'm just going to put the date instead of the month, and then put T for Tuesday. And this one we're going to put 10 for Saturday. That's a Temu delivery, and Temu had split it in two. They split my order in two. So I ended up with one that wasn't even supposed to come till like the 8th, and it came on the 3rd. So you really never know. They kind of tell you you'll have your delivery by the 10th. And if you don't have it by the 10th, then, they give you extra perks and stuff if it's not delivered on time. We're going to leave it as the 10th, but I bet you that it comes before then. I hope it comes before then, because on the 10th is when I have the Edgar Allan Poe thing. And I bought myself like a raven necklace to wear off of Temu. All right. And then last week I had a Sterling ink delivery scheduled, and it came. So I guess we can fill this in. It did come. It was not my order at all. So I reached out to Sterling Ink and asked them to send me a return shipping label because it could have put it to use, yes. But they're a small business. You know, I'm sending the journals back. And so they did. They sent me a pre-printed label that I could slap right back on the box and mail it back to them. And they're working on getting me my order. And it happens. You just resolve it the best way you can. It's going to look like Sync, but I'm going to put S Ink for Sterling Ink. And then I ordered something from bulletjournal.com. I'm just going to put Bujo. It hasn't shipped yet. It'll probably ship Monday, and I'll get that date. And I don't yet know if my Sterling Ink order is on its way to me because they had to correct it. And I think that's everything. I ended up putting in a Walmart order. I was kind of out of all of sort of the basics of things. I needed toilet paper. I needed paper towels. I needed cat food. I needed cat litter. Some of those things that you don't buy every week. And I was like, well, you know what? We'll just put in a Walmart order as well. I don't think I'm going to need to put in a Walmart order this week, but we will see. So right now, those are the things that I'm waiting on is the HelloFresh, the second half of my Temu order. I also ordered some Kiss nails last week, and they came very fast. They came within like 48 hours. I was astonished. And I don't remember getting a shipping notification. Suddenly it was a delivered notification and they were in my mailbox. Stunning. Those are my nails for September. So y'all have to wait and see what color nails I have for September that match my September setup. Okay, so there we go. I should have brought this line all the way across so that I can do my weekly ritual. We're just going to write that right here. I need one of my August headers that I have not cut out. Here's part of my August kit. I just need to cut out one of these. This kit matches my theme of the mint door, but I am backing away a little bit from all of the color. I kind of wish I hadn't printed all of this out, but I'd already done it before I made that decision. And this is washi paper that I print my kit on. I do get it off Amazon as well. It's a little bit longer than an 8.5 by 11, so I always have to trim off like half an inch. It's like an 8.5 by 12. All right. Stick August right there. And I am going to put a quote at the bottom. It was a little bit longer than the space that I have, so I'm sneaking in a tiny the one place. So I have one big the and one tiny the. It's all fine. You know, it all works. It doesn't matter. It's not that big a deal. The quote is, "Ignite the mind's spark to rise the sun in you." And that's from Florence Nightingale. I chose this quote because it was a really good Leo quote. If y'all have missed it, this is my birthday month. Like I said, I'm going to the Post Speakeasy with friends. And then next week in my plan with me, we'll put some different things on because I'm taking some days off. Doing something for myself for my birthday. All right, so we're going to just stick in a teeny tiny the in here. I could have probably squished it in some other way, but that's all right. And then Florence Nightingale, so that we don't forget who said that. All right, and there it is. This whole space stays open at the bottom because that's where I'm putting my weekly ritual, so it doesn't take up space in my daily pages, which I'm really liking. And if you have seen any of the Sterling Ink sneak peeks for 2025, there's something else there that I'm really liking. And I was actually thinking about going back to the original bullet journal for 2025, and now I don't know. Isn't that the case with, planner chaos? We think we find the things that are working for us, and then we go, oh, but look over there. Do I need that too? So stay tuned. I'm normally pretty good about making a decision and sticking with it. By the time I need to, I'll have to make a pro-con list and all of those sorts of things. What's working, what's not working. See if I can make that work for me. So here is last week, which I've also enjoyed having the Moterm bookmarks to get back to. I've got one set on my trackers and one set on whatever weekly that I am on. And then I have my daily thumb tab, which is just the easiest way to keep track of where the daily is. Speaking of, let's hop over there and do list 32 of our 52 lists project. Here's kind of my to-do list for today. You can see the only thing I've checked off is the weekly ritual. Oh, and looking back at list 31, we had list the words that define your personality. And I put engaging, talkative, funny, honest, worldly, equitable, strong, and kind. I should ask my kid what other words he would want me to put there. Or some of my other friends when we get together. And then these are the pre-printed headers that I had made for myself that I wanted to try for this month. I'm like having those so far. It just kind of gives, as chaotic as my handwriting can be, it gives something cohesive on the page. So yeah, I'm liking having those as well. Oh, I didn't mark it. Oh dang. So what, list 32 is list the ways you get energized. This week, plan on energizing activity with one or a group of your favorite people, then write down how you felt about the experience. Where my energizing activity is going to be going to the post speakeasy. I can already tell you that. And of course, as someone who is currently struggling to pull themselves out of some bipolar depression, this is a very difficult question, and I might not have any answers. I might not be able to answer this question, but list the ways you get energized. Yeah, so let me know down in the comments, what are ways that you get energized? And I'm going to tell y'all right now, not every single one of you is allowed to tell me workout. One person can write it. I don't need everyone going, oh, you just need to do a workout. Anyway, so list the ways that you get energized. I'm going to think about that. Again, it typically does have to do with people. Part of being a raging extrovert of humanity is that people give us energy. And one of the reasons that I've been struggling a little bit with my current job role is because I am an organization event planner. My job title is event manager, but I am planning for events that we are having, and we don't have them day after day after day after day after day. I used to be a venue event manager where I spent day after day after day after day with hundreds, sometimes thousands of people in national conventions that were being held in the venue that I was managing and all of that sort of thing. And I fed off of the energy from all of those people, and I no longer have that in my life. And so it's one of those things that we're trying to balance, because I used to naturally get that high from work and I don't get that anymore. So yeah, list the ways that you get energized. Let me know down in the comments below what those ways are for you. And I guess I can move this now. And then here is our weekly setup for the week. Like I told y'all, I'm feeling a little weary of the color, so I'm going to keep using a few headers and things that match my mint door. Match this theme here, but it's going to be very minimal like I did here. And then my dailies, I don't know if you got a sneak peek of those. You know, those have been very minimal as well, without me sticking in any of the stickers or the other sort of mint colored things, because the burnt orange that we did in July really kind of wore me out of color for a little bit. We'll see how long it lasts. I'm super excited about my September kit. So another color might come back. If you like this video, y'all, you know what to do. Please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, because about half of you who watch these videos are not subscribed. I'd love it if you'd join the Beth and Beyond family, and I will catch you in the next one.